Hello, this is the Watchdog, and welcome back to Fun with Watches. If watches weren't fun, you'd only need one. Today we're going to review the Megir 2002 Big Honking Chronograph. Let's start with the wrist check. I'm wearing this GSD 003, and Greg was wearing my North Edge Apache. Grego said that Chancellor Mon Mothma is going to give her annual State of the Republic address to the Senate this Tuesday night. I asked him if he was going to watch it on the holovision. He said he'll be drawn to it like a Mothma to a flame. Alright, let's take a look at the watch. It comes in this rather big box because it's a rather big watch. And here it is in all its glory. It's big. It's really, really big. But I really like the looks of it. That black and orange. It looks nice. I've had quite a few Megirs on my channel. They make quartz watches in the very affordable price range, some homages and some not. I can't think of another watch that looks like this, although it kind of resembles a Live watch if you're familiar with that brand. Just kind of. This is a small second quartz chronograph, but it does have sub-seconds, so it is actually useful as a timing device. I had a viewer tell me that he prefers small second chronographs because he finds the large running second hand to be more useful. I prefer large second, however I am much more tolerant of a small second if there is no tachymeter on the bezel or rehaut, and this one does not have one. This watch comes in two colorways. If you don't like the black, there is also an all white. I really don't like the white at all and would not recommend the white unless you just like white. The watch is 47.5 millimeters at the bezel, so yes, this is a big watch, and that doesn't include this big whopping crown guard. It's 55.8 millimeters lug to lug, 14.5 millimeters thick, which doesn't look that thick considering how big the watch is. Has a 23 millimeter lug width. Yes, you heard that right, 23 millimeters. I've never heard of 23 millimeters, so good luck finding a different strap for this. And it weighs 124 grams on the supplied rubber strap. The watch, the bezel is just a smooth matte finish, and there is no markings or anything on the bezel. And then we have the dial. The dial has no sunburst effect, but there is sunburst on the subdials. Then it says Megir, then it says chronometer right underneath Megir, and of course we know this is not a chronometer. A chronometer has to be certified, and this is not certified. It's a $20 watch. And then we have the rehaut, and we do have minute counters, but not minute markers. And then we do have these indices, just the evens, and they're indented into the rehaut. Then we have the hands. The hands are stick hands, and they're rather thick, but they are not loomed. There is no loom on this watch at all. And then we have a very thin second hand. And then we have the subdials. The bottom subdial is the small second chronograph. The left subdial is the chronograph minute counter. And the top subdial is the chronograph sub-seconds. And it's marked to 10 twice because it makes a lap every 2 seconds. To use the chronograph is simple enough. Just press the top pusher and it starts going away. And once again, the sub-seconds goes every 2 seconds. Push it again to stop, and then push it again to reset. And this is not a mecha quartz, so you get a fast rewind. You don't get an instant snapback. Then we have the crown. The crown is a push-pull crown, and it's got this huge crown guard. Now look at this though. The crown guard is held on by 2 tiny Phillips head screws, so you can probably take the crown guard off. So if this crown guard is just too much for you, making a big watch already much bigger, then you can take it off easy enough. And then of course it's not signed, because what would be the point, because you wouldn't be able to see it with the crown guard. Crown action though is super loose, and when you go to set it, sometimes you get a minute hand jump, sometimes you don't. But the thing is, there's no minute markers, so setting the watch is a pain anyway, because you have to wait for the fives. Then we have the pushers. The pushers do not have locks or anything. This only has 30 meters of water resistance, so you're not going to take this in the water. And unfortunately, the pushers are chrome and not black. I think it would have looked nicer with black pushers. I don't know why they did that, but that's the way they did it. Maybe they did it for some accent. And then we have a flat mineral glass crystal. You don't get sapphire in this price range. It does the job. It does stick out just a little bit above the bezel. And then we have the case back. The case back's just to press on, and it doesn't have any fake notches to make it seem like a screw down or anything. It says stainless steel back, which is a good tell that the rest of the watch is not. And then it says water resistant because you only get 30 meters. And there's the little notch for the pry bar. Underneath the case back is the Sunin PE 903 movement. This is an upgrade to the PE 90 because it has the sub-seconds, where a PE 90 would only have just seconds, and then it would have a 24-hour indicator instead of sub-seconds. So this is once again, this is an upgrade to the PE 90. So this is a better movement. Not a great movement, but once again, sub-seconds is better than nothing. Then we have the strap. The strap is weird. I don't know if it's rubber or silicone. I think it's rubber because it's not soft and squishy like silicone. But look at this. This one it's rubber all the way to the lugs. And this one has a little plastic edge to it. And then it has a little slot to get a tool to take it on and off. And once again, though, I don't know why you would ever take it on and off, because you don't have any 23 millimeter straps to put this on. So yeah, that's kind of strange. I don't know why they didn't do it to both edges and just one. And then we have the two keepers, and they're both floating. Personally, if I was to keep this watch, I would probably remove one of them. And then we have the buckle. The buckle is unsigned, and it's chrome or steel instead of black. It would have been nice if it was black. Would have matched the rest of the watch better, but I guess that's no big deal. And the notches are nice and close to each other. Here is the watch of my 7.5-inch wrist. As you can see, I can just barely pull it off. And that crown guard, though, it doesn't dig into your hand, but you can't wear it at the knuckle. You have to wear it a little bit back just because of that crown guard. And look at this too. I only have 2 notches left, which is unfortunate, because if your wrist is any bigger than 8, you will not be able to wear this. And good luck finding another strap for it at 23 millimeters. I guess you could put it on a 22 millimeter NATO if you had to. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't put a longer strap on a watch this big. We won't be taking a trip into the loom room because there is no loom on this watch. What do I like about this watch? Well, I really like the looks. It's a really nice looking watch. I like the fact that it has sub-seconds, and I really like this orange on black. I think that's a nice colorway. What are my gripes and groans? 23 millimeter lug width. That's just an odd size. The crown guard makes an already big watch ridiculous. There's no loom on this watch. Has super loose crown action. Why aren't the buckle and pushers matching the rest of the watch? And the strap is too short for big wrist. Do I recommend this watch? This watch has a ton of faults, but as long as you like the looks and you're okay with a huge watch, I would say yes. Just don't get white unless white is your thing. Well, thank you for watching my review of the Megir 2002, and I will be back with another review, probably that Apache that Grogu's wearing. Be sure and like and subscribe to my channel, and if you like this watch, be sure to use my affiliate link. I will get a small commission. And be sure to check out my Members Choice program. Bye.